When we first started Artists First, Mike McGreevy encouraged us with our work.
He was a professional artist and his daughter Sarah is still a member of our group.
It's attracted some amazing people that have supported it over the years, from right at the beginnings. Mike McGreevy, who was Sarah's dad, who was a professional artist and who brought obviously things about using good materials. So then we'd find framers who would support and really make sure the work looked fantastic, and opportunities to actually exhibit. The big change for Artists First came when we moved into the studio at Spike Island. The difference between moving from a day centre, however good it was, but from a day centre specifically for people with learning difficulties, to a huge studio complex that was used by, I think it was something like 120 artists. I'm not sure about that figure, but there were masses of other artists using the building, a huge exhibition space, a very exciting environment to work in. A great sea change for Artists First was that move, and it meant artists could invite other disabled artists in to work with them. Anne Pugh made lots of films of artists working with Artists First. Very exciting time. It meant that we could get involved in bigger projects like Year of the Artist.
One of Anne's films with us was for HTV, and it was called The Year of the Artist.
As part of the Year of the Artist, we invited Eddie Harty to work with us.
We looked at ideas about disability, identity and celebration.
We also started the self-portraits, didn't we? Yeah. Yeah, right. So, and that again ties in with who we are and about our identity and looking at ourselves and what we think about ourselves. Yeah?
All of us.
Yeah, even me. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
In 2001, as a part of our Strength to Strength exhibition in Spike Island, we worked with Penny Goater.
We were interested in the idea of boxes, but we wanted to take it a little bit further. We thought, well, what about taking the shape of a box and opening it up? Because a box is like a compartment, and by opening it up, you're perhaps exposing hidden things that are there that you want to bring out. I think opening up that shape, that box, that compartment, again, is symbolic, but it's also quite an important thing to do.
Another artist we were interested in was Mark Quinn.
We wrote to him because he was making sculptures of disabled people with physical impairments. He was making these beautiful statues that were Greek, very Romanesque. They copied that style. We wrote to him to ask why he was doing it, and he invited us up to his studio in Hoxton.
The group really enjoyed the visit to Mark's studio. We learned a lot about his work.
And then we met him again.
Another huge milestone, we did a residency at Tate Liverpool in response to an exhibition of Quinn's work, a retrospective of his work.
So it was a wonderful opportunity to have them meet up again and to kind of share their practice and share ideas whilst he was there installing and while they were there in residence. So it was a real kind of development of the relationship, so to speak. And he was very generous with his time, and they were thrilled, and we were thrilled. Yeah.
Another professional artist we worked with over the years was James Lake.
In terms of influencing individual people, James Lake would be, I think, a great example, and James we still work with. James is a young disabled, not so young now, a young disabled sculptor who's based down in Exeter, and we've worked with him over a series of years, doing drawing, doing sculpture. He worked with us in 2000 on the big Strength to Strength exhibition for Year of the Artist. So I know the group and the way the group works has influenced him as an individual artist.
What's really nice about Artists First is everybody involved kind of generates a really safe, positive, kind of collaborative atmosphere where people can just come and make high quality art.
James had a lot of support. I know he won't mind me saying, wrote to us looking for support from Artists First, and by working together with those sorts of artists, I think members of Artists First knew they were giving to others and encouraging other people.
I've been involved in many big art projects. We built a large number of sculptural pieces, from big portraits to giant hands, which was a brilliant project that we did called Reflections of Ourselves. We kind of worked in collaboration with, it was Hengrove School, and we built 3 giant hands, and they looked absolutely wonderful.
We've all been making portraits, and we worked with James on a new way of making faces.
The idea behind this is using kind of clear acetate as almost kind of a curved, what would we call this, curved window to kind of put round the face, so we don't need to press it on too tightly, and it just gives us a transparent kind of canvas, as it were. And I've got to now try and draw Andy's face on there. A bit of. So we want to put all the essential detail in. So we put the detail in on the nose, the mouth, possibly the lips. I'm going to put a few little laughter lines in there. There we go. And what's nice about this is you get a drawing that is different to kind of how you would have worked if you're working on a flat sheet of paper.
Drawing on acetate is a surprise for us, but we like working with new ways.
We're really looking forward to the future for Artists First now, and we hope to work with lots more artists.
Oh wow!